I don't know how it's gonna be spun, but I could give you my personal opinion on it.
I'd love to hear that.
Duh. They friggin' discontinued the Rift! Like, what do you expect?
Yes.
Like, they're putting all of their effort towards the Quest and having an all-in-one 6 DOF easy-to-use unit. Like, they've made that commitment. So it would only make sense that they're going to kind of cut off making Rift-only games.
Yes.
What I can see them doing in the future is having a lightweight version for the Quest, but then getting like a really, really hefty version for your PC, right? And you could either buy like them both at once, or you could do like Beat Saber, where you like buy one for the Quest and then buy one for the PC. Like, it really is up to, you know, the developer's discretion. But I mean, come on, like, this is, what do you expect?
Yes, but my frustration and where I come from in the story is that it's very similar to the review bombing headline. You put these headlines out and they're spun initially negative, or they are negative in tone. Again, UploadVR posted the article about this being their last PCVR funded title. Never mentioned it was negative. UploadVR did a very good job with that article on staying in the middle ground. But the headline itself is going to come off immediately negative. And if you go to any comments on Reddit, that, anything, PCVR is dead. There's your headline. That's all you could. They could have typed 100 words. All anyone had to read, 100-word title, and all anyone read was last PCVR title. TLDR, PCVR is dead. Like, that's all it is. But that's not the story. That's not the story.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's that Facebook just doesn't want to get into PCVR right now. Their bread and butter is in mobile. They're selling units left and right. They're trying to get ahead of everyone. Well, they already did get ahead of everyone else, and now they're trying to make it so they aren't even playing the same game anymore. Until Apple or Microsoft comes in, they're playing a different game than anyone else is playing. But it doesn't mean PCVR is dead. In fact, the more people I speak with that buy Quest 1 and Quest 2s, it piques their curiosity. They are buying PCs. They're buying... Some PCs can run games that you don't expect that they could run. Like, some of these VR games are pretty well optimized that a really shitty PC can run at a reasonable frame rate. You might only get 60 to 72, but you'll run it. But I'm seeing, yes, PCVR is dead kind of to Facebook right now. But PCVR is going to be alive and kicking. Every single person who gets into VR will eventually educate themselves and graduate from a mobile mindset to wanting something bigger. Developers are still going to need to make it. Money's still going to need to be there to incentivize them doing it. So that's a different conversation. But to say that PCVR is dead, no, it's not. It's just a little of a grand reset. And that would be my pitch for the story. PCVR is not dead. It's just the grand resets. But PCVR users will be made and will come from an Oculus Quest 2. It's just going to happen. I don't know. I don't think that's super... spicy of a topic, but it seems to be spicy when all you hear is PCVR is dead.
You know how people are. They like a good juicy headline. It's just, people are just looking for some emotion in their lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't you hate that? It's almost more lately, it's more about the story than anything else. It's almost like privacy. Like, no one really cares about privacy. There's your spicy take. You care about it, but how many companies in the past 5 years have had huge privacy concerns, and how much have we done anything to fix them? But the story behind them is fun. That's what we care about. I'm not defending all that bullshit. Like, yeah, the privacy concerns are real. But at the end of the day, the story is what we care about. So the story right now is PCVR is dead because it's Facebook's last PCVR title. But that's the story, not reality. The reality is PCVR is alive and kicking. There's plenty of developers that we speak to behind the scenes that are making some real dope shit. They might be coming out in 2 to 3 years. Like, guys, it might not be soon. But there's some real dope shit being made for PCVR right now. They're just getting it right and waiting for the right time. If that's going to pan out for them, who knows? But it's coming. PCVR is not dead. Somebody asked, who was it? I missed the question. Vexner, when do you think Facebook will hit 90% VR hardware on Steam? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they'll have 90% on Steam. I think someone, by the time it gets even closer to 50%, if it does get that far, there'll be another manufacturer by then. Someone will jump in. What do you think, Victoria?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of smaller manufacturers right now, especially in China. Well, not to say that they're small in China, but there's
Hmm.
definitely a lot more out there. They're just not as popular and oftentimes not available overseas, but they're
Yes.
there and
Yes.
eventually they're coming our way.
Yes.
Um, I feel like within the next 5 years, Oculus and the Quest are going to have some competition.
I'm glad you brought the overseas stuff because unfortunately we'll never see it probably for a while, and I hate that geographical lines dictate our world dynamics. They are imaginary lines on a piece of paper and drastically change the world, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Pico Neo 3, guys, it's a Quest. Like it's literally made at the same exact facility as the Quest. The people who own the factory make the Quest, make the Pico Neo. It is the same exact fucking headset, but geographical lines don't allow us to use it.
Yep.
Now, it's not talked about. Like, that's not brought up a lot, but a lot of these headsets are built at the exact same location. So when you see something that looks like a Quest clone, it's not a Quest clone. It's literally a clone, but geographical lines dictate what we have and what they have. Eventually, these lines will break. Eventually, those things will make it over here, and you'll have your competition, or at least alternatives. Competition might be the wrong word because they still need to have a solid storefront, software, catalog, all like that. But hardware-wise, there will be competition. I know you're excited.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so the reason why I ducked down under my desk, you probably can't see it because I'm keying out green in my scene right now, but I actually have a Pico bracelet that I've been wearing for the last maybe like 5 years now. And the reason why I wear it is because on it has their logo and it says Pico, but it says a new reality. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that phrase is important to me. Um, and I just wanted to bring that out since we're talking about the Pico, and I actually do believe in the Pico, and I feel like eventually when they are able to be released out here,
Yeah.
Quest again, stiff competition.
I'll be looking out for I mean obviously everyone in the chat knows it, but I know Thrill Seeker I think actually got access to a Pico. And
Sick.
I will be waiting. I will be waiting patiently for that video to come out. I'm very excited to see his thoughts on it. Um, Obviously, there's limited things he'll be able to do with it. I'm assuming due to the restrictions, but yeah, there's competitors out there. There really are. We just can't get them. That's all it is. They are all building these headsets at the exact same facility, guys. It's the exact same headset.
Yeah.
It frustrates me to no end. Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.